procession route will be from the palace along the Mall, Whitehall to Parliament Square. They'll stay in the house approximately 1 hour and return by the same route. The second coach will take the President of France, the third the President of Germany. Any questions so far?
Yes, Commissioner. Since this is largely a uniform job, where's Commander Grimshaw?
Unfortunately, Grimshaw was taken to hospital last night.
Well, that presents some problems.
Which I'm relying upon you to solve, George. If you wouldn't mind staying a moment after we've finished.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. What's the manpower situation in traffic?
Well, all leave has been cancelled for the week of the visit. And 1,800 men drafted in from other divisions on the day of the procession. You know, it would have been a great deal easier if we'd only had one head of state to deal with.
Unfortunately, the Yard doesn't issue the invitations. Special branch?
Well, we've taken every possible precaution. Men stationed on rooftops and at all possible danger points along the route.
You expect any serious trouble?
Well, as far as the President of France is concerned, we've checked on the Algerian faction in London. The real fanatics are under surveillance.
What about the German president?
There's a fair amount of anti-German feeling in the country, as you know, but it's relatively controlled and quiet.
It's a disgrace, sir. A disgrace.
Max, dear, do not upset yourself.
Upset myself. The President of Germany, an honored guest in this country.
He was an anti-Nazi during the war.
Sure. They were all anti-Nazis. The Nazi party had millions of members. So where have they gone to? All of a sudden? They are still there.
But it's all a long time ago.
That such a man should be invited.
Times have changed. You do not understand. It is better that the bad days are forgotten.
Forgotten. Sarah, can you forget what they did to your papa? Can I forget what they did to me?
Max.
Six million people. 6 million people.
Do not brood on the past, my darling. You will make yourself ill. Remember what the doctor told you. You are a good man, Max, and kind. But you remain bitter too long. You must forget the past.
Forget the how. I wish I could. I wish the doctor could have given me a pill to make me forget, and a drug to make me forgive. I have a hate for them, sir.
Well, that's about it, I think. Thank you, gentlemen. Now for the problem with Commander Grimshaw's illness.
Well, can't Deputy Commander Cox take over?
We've only held the job for 2 months. I don't like giving him the responsibility for the whole of uniform branch on something as important as this.
From what I hear, he's very capable.
But inexperienced.
What do you propose, then?
Well, I'd like you to take charge of both CID and uniform branch just for the state visit. It'll mean a little extra work.
I don't mind that so much, but Cox may not take kindly to being passed over like this.
Flatter him a little. I'm sure he won't object.
No, of course I don't object.
I'll be in charge in name only. You'll be doing most of the work.
Did the commissioner say why? Not that he has to.
Now, don't resent it, Ray. The commissioner's got the greatest confidence in you. It's just that this happens to be such a vitally important occasion.
Look, I know Grimshaw's job backwards.
Yeah, of course you do.
Thank you.
Well, could we meet, say, tomorrow at 10? To go over uniform branch arrangements.
I'm sorry, I can't. I have an appointment.
Oh, how about 11? I could come over to your office if that would be more convenient.
No, I'll cancel my appointment. Come here.
I appreciate that.
Is that all?
Yes.
Right.
See you tomorrow, then.
Difficult chap to get on with, isn't he?
What makes you say that, Joe?
When he came in here, he treated me like a kid from the typing pool.
Well, he probably didn't mean it.
Deputy commander at 38. They promote him too young these days.
Reminds me of somebody I used to know.
Oh?
Me.
It's me. Jean?
Be right there, darling. Hello, darling. Had a good day?
Terrible.
Why?
Grimshaw's in hospital, got appendicitis, and Gideon has been put in charge of the uniform branch for the state visit.
But why?
Because the holy high and mighty Sir Reginald Scott Marl just doesn't think I'm experienced enough.
Well, in a way, it's true, isn't it?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you've only been a deputy commander for 2 months.
And whose side are you on?
Yours, of course.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see the commissioner's point of view.
Just try seeing mine, would you?
I'm sorry if you're hurt, Ray.
No. I couldn't care less. It's typical of the whole operation. Fumbling. Is there another soda siphon?
Sorry.
Oh.
I forgot to order one.
Look, Jean, why don't you try and make a list of things when we run out of them?
I do.
Yes, I know, like you did with the soda.
I don't use the soda.
Oh, that's fine, isn't it? Well, don't you worry
But
about
I'm
me.
sorry, darling. Let's not make an international crisis out of it. I'll get you some water.
No, thank you. I don't want water. I want soda. And if you just use a little system, housekeeping will be a great deal easier.
Are you criticizing
No,
my
I'm not. I
housekeeping?
just want you to organize things, that's all.
This is a house, not
All
Scotland
right,
Yard.
all right, all right. Don't lose your temper.
Well, you started it. And I could be a whole lot more organized if I could have a daily a
Look, I'm
couple of
sorry.
times a week.
I am sorry I mentioned it.
Well, you're always
No, I'm
criticizing
not.
me. Yes, you
well,
are.
listen sometimes.
There are only 2 ways. Your way and the wrong way. I don't wonder the commissioner thought you were too...
Well, don't stop.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Oh, yes, you did. Go on. Say it. Go on. Go on.
Well, you're terribly critical. But God help anyone who criticizes you. Why don't you learn to take it occasionally?
And in company with a couple of 100 other people, you think I was promoted too young.
I think you were married too young. And I wish you'd grow up. Because I'm getting pretty damn sick of being your mother.
Well, Ray, I'd suggest that we close the approaches to Westminster Bridge.
If you think so, I'll speak to traffic.
Right.
Good. They picked up O'Hara at London Airport. 500 Swiss watches.
About time, too. Rust level policy, will you, Joe?
Right away.
After 2 hours in the procession route with Cox, I'm in need of refreshment.
How's Cox behaving?
Oh, 40% efficient, 60% sour. I thought it calmed him down a bit yesterday. It seems I didn't.
Got those figures, Jim?
Oh, yes, right here.
Thanks. Hello, Max.
Hello.
How's the wife?
Oh, better, thank you. Now the warm weather is here, I can take her every weekend in the park.
Going to see the procession?
Hmm?
I thought you'd be interested.
Why?
Chance to see the German president, and after all, you are German yourself.
I'm not a German, I'm a British citizen.
I know
A
that.
naturalized British subject. Why should I want to see this ex-Nazi?
All right, Max, forget it.
Forget it? If you'd seen what the Germans did, you have no right to tell me to forget.
Look, mate, I have as much right as anybody to say forget it. I fought the Germans all the way from El Alamein to Lüneburg Heath.
Did you see any concentration camps there?
Oh, come on now, Max.
There,
Don't
you
bring
see,
up that one.
This he don't like. This he doesn't like. Jim, how old are you?
25.
When the war started, you were not even born.
Yes, I know, but can he help that?
You should understand history.
History, meaning your old hate?
Twice in my lifetime. 2 wars against the Germans. And you want to forget like it never happened. Sometimes I tremble for this country.
Oh, come off it, Max.
I do. A nation that cannot learn from its past endangers its future.
Believing in the future's like believing in the weather. Uncertain.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead. Sweep your history under the rug. Pretend it never happened.
Paper! State visit, question in Parliament. Paper! State visit.
It's all wrong. It's all wrong.
You're right, Governor. You're right. State visit, question in Parliament. Paper! State visit, question in Parliament. Paper!
Sarah, you shouldn't be out of bed.
I worry. You were down here too long. It is nearly midnight.
I couldn't sleep. That such a man should come to England.
Max, you must go again and see Dr. Morgenstein.
No.
My dear, the day of the Nazis is over. It is better to forget.
Forget. Forget. Look. Take a look, Sarah. Take a look. Look.
No,
Look.
no, Max,
Look. How can we ever forget?
Max, we've 20 moisture determinations to be run on some barley.
Ah.
When will you start the nitroglycerine tests?
After lunch, Mr. Warner?
I see they're giving a banquet for the German president. Gold plate, full dress, the lot.
Oh, come on, Morris, don't start that again.
They should invite Max to the banquet.
Look, shut up, Morris.
No, they should, really. Then everyone would know the war was really over then, wouldn't they? They should put a picture in the paper. Max Fischer signs peace treaty with the president of Germany.
Damn you, Morris!
Don't be a fool, Max.
Leave me alone.
Look, he was only joking, weren't you, Morris?
Of course, Max, I was only kidding. Just a joke.
Joke? This is not something to make
Take
jokes.
it easy, Max. He was just having you on. And look, cool down before old Warner comes in to find out what all the noise is about.
Sorry, Max. I was out of line.
You all right?
Yes.
You're sure now?
I'm all right, thank you.
Look, it's nearly 12. Why don't you take your lunch hour now? You know, go and sit in the park, relax a bit.
Yes. He doesn't understand.
I do, Max.
Yeah, sure. You're a good boy.
Go have your lunch.
He's all right.
He's an old man. He's been through a lot. For God's sake, leave him alone.
The old fool should learn to take a joke.
Let's go out of this. We wouldn't want to be booked for causing an obstruction, would we?
The procession will be passing between that island and this stand.
Yes, that's a bit close for comfort, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll double the guard in front of the stand. Make a note to the crowd on the pavement. Must be more than 2 deep.
All right, that should do.
Oh, we thought of everything?
Well, I've got nothing else.
Oh, let's go and get some lunch.
Good.
Max. Max!
Why, yes, Mr. Warner.
You all right?
Yeah, sure. I've got a headache.
You look terrible.
No, I'm fine. I was just starting the nitroglycerine test.
You're not, you know. You're going home.
Oh, Mr. Warner, I have work to do.
Not with nitroglycerine, you haven't. Not when you feel like this. Look at your hand.
It's nothing, a touch of nerves.
They've been riding you out there, haven't they?
No.
Go home, relax, have a good night's sleep.
But, Mr. Warner, I have work to do.
The nitro test can wait till morning. Go home, Max. That's an order.
Yeah. Perhaps I will. Thank you.
Just remember that Max has been through a lot.
I'm sorry, Mr. Warner. I was just having him on a bit. But it won't happen again.
Fine. Good night, Morris.
Good night, Mr. Warner.
Good night, Jim.
Good night, Mr. Warner.
Hello. Oh, what's that?
My suitcase.
Well, yes, I knew that. What's it doing there?
I'm leaving you, Ray.
You're what?
I'm leaving you.
You can't just pack a bag and walk out.
It's amazingly easy, once you make up your mind. I'm surprised I hadn't thought of it before.
You're joking. You must be.
I thought it only fair to wait and tell you. I believe the usual way is a letter against the telephone. I thought that was a little sneaky.
Well, why? I mean, what have I... There isn't another man.
No. No other man.
Sorry,
You found someone else?
Oh, now, don't be stupid, Jim.
Your job.
Oh, look, I have to
I
work.
wouldn't mind that, if I were really your wife. But all you want out of life is Scotland Yard and a good housekeeper who's systematic and efficient. I can't fit into
Oh,
that
for
picture.
God's sake.
What's more, we can't even talk about anything anymore without it developing into a screaming row. I can't stand that any longer.
No, Jean, I know I haven't behaved like it for the last few months, but well, I do love you.
I know. In your own way. When it's convenient for you. When it doesn't intrude on your efficiency. For what it's worth, I love you.
Well, can't we just...
I love you. But I don't like you. I'll pick up the rest of my things later.
Sloppy washing.
Always complaining.
Oh, I nearly forgot. I got a surprise for you. 2 seats for the state procession. Second row that stands Parliament Square. You'll see everything. What about you, Kate? You'd like to go, wouldn't you?
I'd love to.
How about it, Prue?
Dad, my interest in the procession is absolutely nil.
Oh, well, I'm glad my daughter takes such an interest in current affairs.
Mom, did my brown slacks come back from the cleaners?
In the cupboard. Just look.
Oh, thanks.
Matthew, how'd you like to take your mother to the state procession?
Well, I'd love to.
Yeah?
But I've got a date with Sylvia. Sorry.
It doesn't matter, George. I'll ask Ruth Mackenzie. She loves parades. Unless you want to go, Malcolm.
I've got some prep to do.
Now, just a moment, young man. How do you know these tickets are very hard to get? There's even a black market in them. People are paying as much as £5 a ticket.
You mean we could sell them? Get £10?
Now, look here, Malcolm.
It doesn't matter, George.
I think it matters very much. This isn't something you see every day in the week.
Dad, I'd like to go and all that. But it's going to be on television, isn't it?
Oh, great, great.
I mean, why go all the way to Parliament Square?
Heaven forbid you should exert yourself.
But we could watch it at home. In comfort.
All right, Malcolm, all right. Drop it, will you? Drop it.
Frankly, I think parades are kind of childish.
My palm is getting itchy.
Control yourself.
All right, that just about wraps it up. Another 3 hours, it'll be all over.
I shan't be sorry.
Come in.
Provisional report, sir.
All right, thanks, Joe. You've done a good job, Ray.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, George, I don't mind admitting I resented you a bit at first.
Yes, I know.
You mean it showed?
Just a little.
I'm sorry. It's just that I don't like criticism, I suppose.
Do any of us? Look, Ray, I just had an idea. Why don't you and your wife come over and have dinner with the Gideons tonight? We'll go out somewhere.
No, I'm sorry, that's impossible.
Oh? Well, I'm sorry.
Look, I'm grateful for the invitation, but it's just that my wife's left me, I'm afraid.
Oh, like that, is it?
Yeah, very much so. As of last night.
Think she means it?
Yeah, she means it all right.
Your mine did too once.
Really?
Oh, it was years ago now. I was impatient, critical, thought of nothing but the job. Everything was work, ambition, getting ahead. I took Kate completely for granted. She got tired of it.
What did you do about it?
I ate humble pie and turned over a new leaf. Wasn't easy.
Thanks. I'd better get back to work.
Well, have you actually seen the man, Mrs. Henning?
Hundreds of times. He's got this machine on the top of Westminster Abbey. It points directly at my window. I can feel the radiation simply pouring into my bones. You must do something.
Yes, well, we'll have the Abbey surrounded and put a stop to it at once.
Thank you so much, Chief Inspector Bean.
Keen, as in blade.
Oh, well, yes, of course. I'm so relieved. I always say that England has the finest police force in the entire world. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Who was that?
Well, it's a bit involved. I'd skip it if I were you.
Oh. There's something here I'd like you to have a look at. It's a report from NE Division, stolen from Aerial Laboratories Limited, 10 ounces of nitroglycerine.
Nitro?
Yeah, enough to blow up this whole building.
Aren't Division handling it?
No, I think we better take a look. I'll notify them. Look, nip down to Aerial Laboratories and see what it's all about, will you? The supervisor's name is Warner.
I found it like this when I came in this morning. I closed it last night, just before I left.
Mm-hmm. Where was the nitro?
In the storeroom, locked up. Would you care to see it?
Yeah.
Well, this way.
Yeah, it seems rather dangerous keeping 10 ounces of nitroglycerin around overnight.
Well, it's quite safe when kept at very low temperatures.
Thank you.
We keep it over here in the freezer. It doesn't freeze, of course, but it becomes viscous and much less liable to accidental detonation.
Meaning it could safely be carried around?
Until it warmed up to room temperature, yes. Then the slightest jar could explode it. It's very unpredictable stuff. Sometimes it's not too risky to handle. Another time, a fly walking across the surface and Bang.
What were you using it for?
We were testing an absorbent material for a firm that manufactures nitrogelatine.
Uh-huh. Gelic matter?
Yes. Mr. Keene, it's the amount that frightens me. 10 ounces of nitroglycerine can do a fantastic amount of damage.
I know. That's why the safe gang stopped using it.
Well, seen enough?
Yes, thank you. Where do you keep your stolen keys?
Well, as a matter of fact, I keep it in the drawer of my desk at night.
Does everybody know this?
Well, yes, but I hardly think that...
Let's get back to your office. I think I'd better question all your employees.
Of course, if you wish.
What do you make of that, Jim?
Why should you want to question us? Can't think it's an inside job.
Of course not. No chemist in the world would walk around with 10 ounces of nitroglycerine in his pocket.
I told you not to come down here.
Max, what is it? Why do you not go to work? What are you doing?
Nothing. An experiment. Don't touch that!
Why, Max? Max, what have you made? What have you made, Max? Is it a bomb?
Yes.
Oh, it's murder. Murder!
Your papa and my 2 sisters and 10 other members of my family who died in the gas chambers. People must be reminded what they did to us.
Max, I will not let you do this awful thing. Dozens of people, hundreds maybe, killed.
I'm sorry, sir. But I got to do it. Where are you going?
Somehow, I've got to stop you.
No, Sarah. I won't let you. I got to do it.
Well, that's all, Mr. Morris. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that everybody?
Well, everybody except Max Fisher. I imagine he's staying home today.
Oh, is he ill?
Not really ill, just nerves.
I think I'd better speak to him. Would you mind calling him?
Well, of course, if you wish. But Max couldn't possibly have had anything to do with this.
Why not?
I sent him home yesterday right after lunch. And the nitro was still here when I locked up at 6. Yes, it's ringing.
Thank you.
Poor old Max has been a bit jumpy lately.
Oh? Oh?
Yes, I think this visit of the German president seems to have upset him.
Has it?
I gather he had rather a rough time in one of their concentration camps or something.
No answer.
There has to be an answer. His wife's an invalid. The telephone's right by her bed. Mr. Keene, you don't think...
I better find out. I'm on my way to his house now, sir.
Okay, ring me back. Call Warner at Aerial Labs. Get a description of Max Fisher. Put it out right away.
Right.
Looks like we may have some sort of madman loose with a bomb.
Excuse me. Excuse me, please.
How long before we hear from Keene?
Well, he should be at the house by now.
I don't hope he's wrong.
So do I. Get me Inspector Keene's car.
Alpha 2.
Where's Inspector Keene?
He's in the house now, sir.
Has he contacted Fisher?
No, sir, there was no answer.
How'd he get in?
Well, sir, he forced a window.
Mr. Fisher?
In here. Help me. Help me.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yeah. Who are you?
The police.
Max. Did he do it?
Did what?
Throw the bomb.
No, Mrs. Fisher, not yet. This bomb, what does it look like?
A vacuum flask. He put nitroglycerine in a vacuum flask.
Do you say where he's going?
The procession.
Where?
He doesn't know what he can't help what he's doing.
I know, Mrs. Fisher. Can you tell me, have you got a recent photograph of him?
I give you.
You, Fisher, you're under arrest.
Why, what have I done?
You are a Jew.
Oh,
The
but
Jews are enemies of the state. Enemies
I've done
of
nothing,
the state. All Jews are to be exterminated.
No, please.
Piccadilly Circus, next stop. Here, come on, mate. You wanted Piccadilly Circus, didn't you?
Yes.
Right, you get back here as quick as you can with that photograph.
Well?
He's out there in that crowd with enough nitro to blow up half a regiment.
Come on, come on. Get me the Home Secretary.
automobiles be on the lookout for a Max Fisher. Description as follows. He's about 5 feet 5 inches tall, 55 years old, has gray hair, is thought to be wearing a dark hat and light raincoat.
Black museum out of the cellar.
Yeah, poor
Third of
devil.
Arthur Fisher being rushed out now. That's the master.
Look, make sure that everyone knows how to find him, not arrest him.
Oh, I made that perfectly clear.
Well, double check, will you?
Okay.
Gives me the shivers. I thought of some eager young constable grabbing him in a crowd. 10 ounces of nitroglycerine.
Careful, sir.
What?
You were crossing against the lights.
Oh, thank you. Report him if you see him, but don't detain him.
Oh, no.
Any news?
Not yet.
The Home Secretary's informed everyone concerned.
And?
They insist the procession take place as arranged. Both presidents agree.
That means they'll be leaving at 11.
It's up to us, George. We've got to find him. If we don't, I shall insist the procession be cancelled, but I don't want to.
So we've got 20 minutes.
Well, here we are. Isn't this better than watching it on television?
Seen him?
Hey, wait a minute. Give me the radio. I saw this chap a quarter of an hour ago.
Seen him? Where?
Here in Trafalgar Square, sir. He walked off down Whitehall.
How long ago? Right. He's in Whitehall.
Do we cancel? There just isn't time to find him in that crowd.
Television.
What?
There are at least 4 television cameras in Whitehall and Parliament Square.
Well, it's a chance. See what you can do, David. Get me Deputy Commander Cox.
We're all ready for him. On you 3. Pan left slowly over the crowd opposite. Camera 1. Pan back over the same area, a bit more slowly. Zoom in a bit. Camera 2. Pan hard left. Try the crowd on the opposite side of the room.
Excuse me, sir. Commander Gideons on the line. He wants to know if he should cancel.
In a bit.
Tell him to give me 5 more minutes, will you?
5 minutes. All right, that's the limit. Then we call the Home Secretary.
On you 3. Camera 4. Get a shot down onto the pavement in front of the stand. Camera 3. Pan on along the stand.
There he is. Pan back.
Camera 3, pan back slowly.
Hold it, there he is. The man in the center with the flask.
Zoom in to the man in the center holding flask.
Where? Are you sure? Right. No, don't do anything yet. Meet me there. He's in front of C-Stand, the south side of Parliament Square.
Need any extra men?
No, I think the fewer the better.
Right. Let me know what the situation is. I'll stand by here.
Yes, sir. Come on, Cox.
He's on the pavement in the middle, in front of the stand. Kate and Malcolm are on that stand, too.
Yes, I know.
You could move in behind him, grab him.
It's too dangerous. Slightest knock and that bomb's liable to go off.
Mum, look, there's Dad. Mum, what's the matter?
Quiet, Malcolm.
Get the stand clear as quickly as you can. Also all the air around here. I'm going to try and reason with it.
You two, I want this area cleared, and I understand. Now, quickly, please.
Mr. Fisher. Max? What are you doing, Max? Ah, come on now. You can't mean to do this. What good will it do? Sarah told us all about it, Max. We've been to see her. You hurt her. Do you know that? You really hurt her.
Sarah, she doesn't understand. They killed her papa in the camp. Still, she doesn't understand.
Understand? What doesn't she understand, Max?
It's not right. Millions of people are murdered. It's not right. They should be forgotten.
They're not forgotten. You got it wrong, Max. You got it terribly wrong.
No.
Careful, Max. You don't want to kill all these women and children, do you, Max? Keep away from him. Because that's what you'll do if you throw that thing. What harm have these people done to you, Max?
No harm. I got to do it.
But you'd kill them, wouldn't you?
No, I don't want to
You
kill.
throw that bomb. It'll be as bad as any Nazi. Kill them all. Women, children, kill them.
I'm not a Nazi.
If you throw that bomb, you'll be just like the rest of them, Max.
I'm not a Nazi.
Go on, then. Throw it. Go on, kill us all.
I'm not a Nazi.
The area's clear, sir. Go on, Max. Throw it. He's not coming, you know. It's just you and me. You'll just kill the two of us. Get down!
Be very careful.
Gently. Right, David, Max is coming with me. You stay here and wait for the bomb boys.
Keep them away from the stand.